Alrighty, what do we got? What do we got? Stedman. This is really cool. This is a great knife. PRKI, the SDP01. And let's take a look at it. We can get the box open. That'd be first step right there. When I first got this knife, I thought, okay, what did they put it? Where's the $100 bills, the gold pieces? But they didn't put any of that in here. Hold on, let me look under it. No. I think, did I miss anything? No. Okay, no secret tools, no nothing. But you don't need any. Nice hard box, by the way. I kind of like when they do this kind of thing. That's nice. PRKI. A little gent carry, only about 1.5 ounces. I'd say the blade cutting length probably about 1.75 inches. And of course, that's a complete lie. Yeah, she's a big boy, isn't she? She's a big girl. There's, well, under 4 inches at the closest part, and then up here it's over, and then down here it's over, and you got about 4 inches cutting length, folks. Got that big Persian sweep look there going on. And so you got, anywhere, however you want to argue it, 105 to 99 or 100 millimeter blade length. 9.25 at 23.5. When you get to 23.5 centimeters at 9.25 overall, you got you a knife. Now, I got the one where it has the blue pocket clip and backspacer, and some people, they don't like it. They think it looks cheesy and cheap and weird and whatever. On this knife, I think it's definitely optional. I would agree that really if you went with the same color, the gray pocket clip and backspacer, you might be actually happier. And I usually like some contrast in the titanium, but I think this would be okay on the regular. And by the way, I think that also, really, when you've got this shred carbon fiber with the gold foil stuff in it, that maybe even going gold on this and this would be a nice pop, don't you think? Actually, as opposed to the blue. Okay, so got that cleared up. Nice drop, centered, no blade play, no lock rock. She's a big girl though. And what do you weigh, honey? She got some 162 grams. Let's roll it around to ounces. Yeah, 5.74, actually not bad for 9.25 inch overall. And it's not exactly a super short, thin blade that way. I mean, height of the blade is pretty good here. And of the handle, Ergos. Yeah, pretty good for me. I mean, this they made to where it's not spread out too far. Sometimes they'll put it down here, which means that you can kind of put a finger and a half and you're sitting on that hump, But with this, no, I'm not. I'm all laid out here. Okay. So yeah, that's good. What's reverse grip like? That's pretty fair as well. Back it up. Okay. Had to back my camera up just a little bit, keep this whole thing in frame. Roll this around, and we will take it apart so you can see your blade stop coming through here. Okay? So that's how that's set up. There's not a stop pin up here. It's just built into the blade. It's not contoured handle. It's flat with these inlays. And, I don't know if you can take those inlays out. And we're going to take it apart. We'll kind of see a little bit more, but I don't see where that's possible. And so I'm thinking there's adhesive holding that in, because the front and the rear, they're not part of keeping that attached. I don't see any screws through the body. So I think that's how it is. S90V blade steel, and say what you want. I mean, I think that's a premium steel. It's definitely a crucible powder. It's a super steel technically. So I'm happy with that. I think some people were not happy with the actual font on that, but I'm not terribly picky about that. The PRKI also kind of in that same style. But they're showing some curves there, right? I mean, it's pretty crazy looking. You don't have to worry about that. I was thinking special tool right there, right? No, not just that. So kind of got this roller thing going on in the pocket clip, and it really works well. It works well. I like it, and I believe, and I think I popped this one apart. Yeah, number 8's on the hardware. Because I wanted to look at the bearings, and I believe we got ceramic multi-row, and we'll know more then. Let's take a look at 14.2, 0.56 thickness there on the handle. So yeah, it's a pretty good handful there. And let me see what our blade is. Well, 0.15. Yeah, basically 4mm blade stock. You got this front choil so you can get up here, and that way you can really kind of get up and do, get close up on this thing. So, and yeah, she's sharp. She's good and sharp. Got a frame lock thing going on here, and that's, you got to look at the inner part of that to really see the total lockup, but that's probably about 30-35% there. And there's no blade player lock rock, and it's centered up. It's there's your detent. Whoop, come on. It's over the detent here, okay? So, and you can even back up a little further on the back part of this finger choil, and still it'll hit you in the thumb. So, fidget friendly. Can you? I don't know if I've ever tried to do this. Kinda, but no. Really, your flipper tab's your only option here. And it's jimped. I think it could have been a little shorter, but it is what it is. It's pretty intuitive, easy to get to. See what I'm saying here? So as far as contact patch, not bad. I've seen them like this, So we're not too bad there. But maybe you could have taken the top off of here, brought it down maybe a 1/16 or so, made it a little thinner as well. But then again, you got to consider how it's going to look on the bottom side. So yeah, interesting. You got this kind of how this handle kicks down at the top like this, so you feel like your fingers are closer together and kind of really squeezing the neck there, really getting a good firm grip on it. And with this swedge here, it's pretty hardy on that tip. So, and it's satin. Check it out. Oh, White Mountain. Yeah, this is where I got it from, by the way. I mean, I saw this on Instagram, and I think a viewer actually, or a buddy on Instagram or whatever, threw it at me and said, hey, and I just like, whoa. I mean, I don't know, just the design really hit me right off. So this is the, I guess, gold dust, carbon fiber, S30V, whatever, and then $299. And then one guy mentioned like, whoa, $299, jeez. And I'm going, add another 100 and you're almost to the Schließ buoy. So which one? Which one would I prefer? You go ahead and ask me that question. I'm ready to answer right now. Which one do you think? Yeah. This. And, this is $100 less. This after discount, so this is $300, so $30 off. So what are you talking about? $269? With your discount, free shipping. I don't think that's out of the way at all. I don't think that's bad. And here you go with that. Yeah, it looks pretty close. I mean, 3.74. Wow. I mean, that's kind of selling it a bit short, and so is the 9.06. And here's the other one, black tie and gray. So there's a darker gray, and I guess that's what I got because I got the blue accents, and this one does. This one shows it too. Okay, whatever. But no, I'm all up for this one. I'm all up for this one. It doesn't seem overly heavy. Definitely, I've carried this one half a dozen times. It's kind of hard not to if you like a large knife and something really smooth in the hand. Fit and finish is ace #1. Is this real M390? Yes, we've checked Stedemon before on their steel, so they're fine. Just like we've checked Max Ace, and we've checked a bunch of them in the past, so no, that's not a problem. One thing here was interesting is this mechanism here. So it keeps you from being able to disengage the blade completely, although you're only about, see if you see the inner part of that, you're about, what, 15 to 18% lock up on that, because it will let you move that lock bar a little bit, okay? So, see what I'm saying? So when you kick that aside, let me show you. See, it still lets you move it a bit, okay? But it's still engaged. So, okay, so it gives you that little option of kind of making sure it doesn't kick closed on you. I don't know how important that was to me, probably not at all actually, but there it is. And you can see it looks like it's got an over travel stop anyhow in there, so. Oh, couple more things. Balance, real easy to find. There it is. Okay. Obviously, it's not a left-hand carry. It's right-hand only because there is no left-hand option here. Tip down, and if you notice this, tritium. You can get a tritium bar, and I mean, God, they kind of hard to get the right size on these things. I had a guy going, what size? And it almost looked like 8mm long by like 2 wide, but I think you're going to have to go like a 1.5 by 6 because I couldn't find a 2 by 8. So, and I'm not sure if that would, I mean, maybe that'd be a little tight, quarters as well for a full 8mm. But so yeah, I mean, that'd be one that you can put in there. I don't see another place to put a tritium bar, but yeah, they're for your convenience if you want, etc. You know, another thing, of course, is where does the lanyard go? And it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. So, no lanyard access. Nice cutaway here. You can't feel the blade here. It's smooth. I like it. I mean, I do. And maybe this lighting is not helping the whole situation that much. It's daytime. It's sunny. It's Arizona, but I'm not in the studio with studio lights, so check it out. Though I do like the carbon fiber, the gold dust thing. I think that's pretty Rico Suave. I think they've done a lot of styling cues around here. You know, they come out with crazy stuff, and there are only so many usually made, and then they're done, and they're gone, and then, you know, it's like 1.5 years, 2 years later, I hear from somebody who's desperate to get one. It's like, dude, you got to get them while they're out there, and if you don't, then you ain't going to get one. That's just the way it is. Okay, let me see what we can, oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see. Wow, that was kind of, well, I had left that one a little loose. Loosey-goosey, huh? I didn't even think I was unscrewing. It was just turning real easy. Okay, so I think it's just these two. I don't think there's much to this thing. No, there isn't. Where are we kicking it open from? Okay, let me slide this around to get things out of the way. Okay. And let me make sure. Okay, there we go. So there's the internals, folks. I mean, they didn't do any weight reduction in here, but since they did all this, it's kind of, you know, if you've seen a knife on the inside, they pocket this out. Well, really, they did it on this side. Okay, so there you are with that. But it's not that heavy, 5.7, not for this size. And then, of course, you got a steel washer here, but take a look. Isn't that a bit of a D shape right there? And there's your bronze washer. Now here is your multi-row ceramic bearings. See how that is? Okay. I've taken this apart once before because I just wanted to see that they had ceramic multi-row. And so, you know what? I'm not really going to do much more than what I'm doing here. And then here's the back spacer. That's titanium. And, of course, those little pins fit on this side here, match up here and here. So, and you know what? This could have been a lanyard hole, right? Does that make sense for that? But no. Let me get this pin back. Get your... Oh, ooh. Getting disobedient there, buddy. Okay. So, let me throw this back. Of course, there's where your, you know, stop, travels, etc., etc. And, yeah, it's just got a little bit of lube on there from what I threw back in. And got to roll this D-shaped pivot around and make it point down. Oh, another thing that I thought was interesting when I took this apart, and I'm glad I caught my eye, is a detent ramp, which I only see in the Tucson knives. It's really strange, but check that out. See? Yeah, it's nice. It helps it over the detent ball, and I like it that way. Let me get this situated, and let me throw my other bearing ring on here, and oh, that's got to go to the back. Okay. Roll this around, point it back. Okay. So it'll fit here. Line up and everything. Come on, come on. And, okay, are we sitting down? Yeah, we are. We're sitting down. We're good. Okay. Now, I got to put my little lock piece in here. And then the pivot screw. And there we go. Okay, now we've got this little piece that came out the front. Let me see. Yeah, no D shape or anything there. It just spins free. I've seen some that were D-shaped, but I mean, you only got those two screws, just the pivot and this one. The rest of them are those little pins that locate it, the back spacer, and keep that in place. But that's it. Where are we? We're centered. We've got no play, and we got we're on the detent. There we go. That's one thing that ramp will do. See how easy it kicks over. If it hasn't gone over the detent ball, it just a little shake and it gets over there because of the detent ramp that they built. Back up a little, make sure it's completely cleared it, and then you're fine. But yeah, it's definitely fidget friendly. It's a big knife. If you don't like big knives, you don't like this knife. If you like the Persian influence, then you might like this knife, especially if you like large knives. And no, I think the price is fine on it, and I like everything they did to it pretty much. I mean, at least they used all number 8s, D-shaped pivot. This little lockout thing, I don't know that I needed, and I didn't really. And let me see. Hold on, what am I doing here? Okay, now, yeah, okay, we're good. And, you know, internal stop, all that. I like it pretty well. There you go. There's my money on, there's my Schließ, because I didn't buy the Schließ. So there it is. And I'm very happy with it. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. And you know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.